Okay, so I've opened it. Let's process some of this together because, like I said, I haven't gone through this really. So one thing I noticed is that they pack the little wooden disc with silica gel in their own little baggies. So that's kind of cool. And then there's silica because this is wood, so I'm certain for inspections and so on, they kind of had to do that. Then there's silica as well with these wood tokens. These are the control tokens. Let's get a couple out. Let's see. The cat noticed I opened it. Yeah, probably smelled something. And then, oh, here comes my shaky hands. Leave me alone. So that's the wood token. You can kind of get an idea of the thickness of it, right? As far as you can hear it when you drop it on the floor. So that's good, right? Funny story about dropping tokens and cubes and stuff. When I was at Gen Con showing off the game, is there a container to store those? Oh, Fraz, you have no idea what you're about to see. The short answer is yes. But when I was at Gen Con, we were on the football field. No, not baggies. We were on the football field, and there were these big like rubber tiles covering the field. One of them was tilted up, and at some point someone dropped one of my cubes from the game. It went down onto the AstroTurf of the football field, and we had to lift up one of the tiles and pick it up off of the Indianapolis Colts field. It's kind of cool. Interesting little story. Let's get back to unboxing stuff. So that's this. So that's the wood stuff. Here's the cardboard stuff, or punch board. I guess they're going to put it in a sleeve. I'm assuming they're going to do that for everybody, but that's how mine just got to me. I don't want to promise that, but I would assume they were delivering it exactly how they're going to deliver it to you. And so you can see you've got, let me make sure I'm on camera here. Yeah. So you got your tiles, which look great. I'll punch those in just a second. And then you've got your, whoops, I've already well, that was nice and easy. You've got your leader standees. Okay, that was pretty easy. I did that by accident. Your score sheet, I'm sorry, your game status mat is what it's technically called in the rule book. There you go. And then, yeah, these little, well, they just kind of come right out. So there is, let me make sure I'm on camera. There's Ufent. I just lost his solo quest the other day, if you caught that stream. We'll come back around and check the chat real quick. The tiles are numbered. They have their influence. Do you mean like, are they inventory numbered? Because if that's your question, no, they're not inventory numbered. Watching another stream. The punch boards are numbered, if that matters. Yeah, you can see they got in the top corner here, sheet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, is that on camera? No. Is that what you mean? But other than that, no. Like I'll just show you. This is what's on a tile. So, oh geez, it's hard to deal with the light in here too. That's what's on one side of a tile. You can see its influence, its name, and all that. And then the other side with the other side's influence and name. These just happen to be a double power tile, so maybe a bad example. Arbitrarily punch them back in. Yes, that seems productive. Sure, why not? So I'll get to these in just a second because I want to see how everything lays in here, because maybe this can be a dry run for a, what do you call it? Like a tutorial on how to box your game. I don't know. Well, 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 look who we have here. Miniature dice. So this is apparently the culprit for why we are still waiting on this game, is that there were many of them that were defective and not painted correctly. Let's take a look at these that they sent me. Hopefully these are actually good ones. But if you're ever wondering what an 8x8 D6 looks like, it looks like this. If you can see that. So, I mean, the sides look fine, at least on these. So maybe there was just other batches of them that had problems. Here's the D10 that you use typically for round tracking. It's just a standard D10, nothing special about it. Correct, yeah, Fraz. Those are not for rolling. Those are tracking dice. Those are for your HP on your units. The pips on the 6s aren't all that good. They touch the side of the physical die. That paint. The paint also looks uneven in this light. Like that top left pip kind of looks small compared to the others. But I mean, it's not a, I mean, for my money, that's not a deal breaker, but I don't know. Okay, let's see, what's next? We've got our standy bases, which will hold our leaders. So those are plastics. I guess now would be a good time to make sure that everything's working correctly. Last time they sent me a copy, they separately sent me these punchboard standees, and then they sent me some actual platforms. So let's put 2 and 2 together here, see what happens. Seems to fit. It's a little snug, but it needs to be to actually pick up the standee. Plus we made sure there's a white border here, so if anything does get a little bit of like groove in it, it hopefully shouldn't interfere with your artwork. So there you go. We got a couple of our leaders there, all situated. Oops, that's a groove there. There's some leaders. Use your own D6, got it. Well, no, I mean, we put them in there for a reason. But yeah, they're not for rolling for sure. I'm gonna check because I don't know if my Facebook, yeah, Facebook's coming through. Okay. One of the services I remember did not like coming through the chat on this Restream program or website. Okay, I guess we're good. Okay, back to doing stuff. Take these out. So you'll notice this is not something that just I'm getting. You'll notice that there's these nylon ribbons here around the leaders. So this is just to make sure that they stay in place in here. And these ones, especially on the top, don't shift over because the tray could be only so high and then the box had some more room over it. So the way that this groove was designed here, there's some that come over the top. So we were looking for a solution, and this one actually seems to be pretty effective. And these are not like rubber bands where they're going to leave grooves, it doesn't feel like. They feel loose enough to where they're not going to cause damage to the leaders. So let me unleash the leaders here for a second. Just give them a quick once over. I've already seen a printed prototype, so nothing. I don't expect any surprises when it comes to the printed materials. I am noticing the color. Any of you who are experienced at manufacturing are probably going to think I'm silly for saying this because it should be obvious, I guess. The color is a little, just slightly less vibrant than on the proofs, it feels like. Yeah, Zale she feels a little on the dark side, but I guess that's kind of okay. That's kind of her thing, right? Um, all in all, the colors, they still look good. They're just, like I said, just a little bit less vibrant than on proofs. I think that kind of goes with it, though, when you're doing mass production. Obviously, all the cards are down here. I suppose they're not going to shrink them. They're going to do this. This is just a paper ribbon that you can trash afterward if you want, to put them in here. So I'm not going to go through all of those right now. But as you can see, when you take these out, like when you take all your cards out, they got little Infinities designs there, so that's kind of cool. Let me come look at the chat real quick, make sure I'm not missing anything important. Are the ribbons reusable? The vinyl ones for the leaders, yes. Or whatever you would call that. Oh, I think I just put something on screen. So okay. Mage is a superstar now. No, it was like I accidentally clicked an individual message, and I guess I can show it. You know what? I bet I'm not going to mess with that right now. All right, let's get back to business. I'm getting distracted too much. Okay. So we looked at these. Yes. So these ribbons. So I think it was Fraz in the chat was asking. Yeah, these ribbons are reusable, and they're like a what would you call it? I guess it's nylon or vinyl or whatever this is inside, but it's elastic, but it's also soft on the edges, so it's not going to damage the. And so this one's shorter, it would go obviously on the short side, and then this one would go the length of the leader. So that is in there as a store. That's part of the storage for the game. So this is like a little thing that we just sort of added in for free to help make sure the leader stayed in place for you. We looked at these. The standee bases. And then we've got all of the cubes. Let's see. There's the blue one. We're going to pack all this in just a sec here. We've got the rule book, which is full of things like rules and such. And that looks pretty good. Nice and shiny. That's good. And we've got the story guide, which this one ended up needing not saddle stitch. It needed an actual binding because there's just so much of it. So we kind of had to go back and forth on the margins. But we got them to the point where, like, when you're actually playing, you'll be able to get the margins where you need them. I mean, you're not going to just be able to read the book like this, but you can't read any book like that, so I don't feel too badly about it. But as you can see, you've got yourself 60 pages of story stuff, the mechanics for each of the chapters and the quests and all of that. So, pretty cool. And as you see, we use as much of the page as possible so we could get a lot of content, but also a font size that was readable by actual human beings. So there's just lots and lots and lots and lots of text in here. So that's the story guide. You can tell I'm starting to get there because I just made that sound when I stood up. Let's see. Fraz says, is the elastic thing like a garter? Yes. Will the art book be coming separately? Good question. Yes. The art book will be coming separately. Hardcover story guide when? Yeah, about that. Hardcover story guide, I'm thinking probably a no. Maybe we can work out something privately. Yeah, we'll see about that. Open a gamer tray. Don't call it a gamer tray. It's a Game Trays with a Z, TM. Got to get the branding in there. All right, so let's get a Game Trays. A Game Trays? I don't know. I guess that's how I'm supposed to say it. So it looks like, again, I'm not 100% if this is how it's going to compact for you, but my custom dice are already in here for each of the player trays. So, is this on camera? Yeah. So, here's the custom dice. You've already seen multiple iterations of them. How do the faces look? They all look the same as far as the color. So, I'm trying to like pretend like I'm rolling dice so my shaking of my hand isn't as obvious. I don't think it's working. Put these back in here. So in each of these, you will put, so for instance, let's say this is like white player. We put that in there. We would put, this is my first time really packing this, so we'll see what happens. We'll put my mini dice in there for that player. We'll put, oh, you know what? I shouldn't do that. Let's do this first. Let's fill that side until we can't fill it anymore. Missing chat things. Game trays, open a Game Trays with a Z. That's the real reason I wanted you to open the trays. Are there extra game dice? Player marker. Extra game dice. If you mean these custom ones, there are 5 sets of them. And this is, very technically speaking, it's a 4-player game. So you will use additional dice for some of the story chapters and such. And technically, you could play skirmish with 5 people. Or you can just say, we'll play with the appropriate amount, and we have extra dice if we need them. So there would be, if you're playing like a 4-player skirmish, there'll be 4 extra dice available at the table. Player marker, yes, thank you. I put those somewhere. Aha. So this is the white wooden token. I got the yellow with it, so hopefully I don't lose that. So we drop. So this is just basically your score marker. So it's very small. It looks like a little Tylenol. I don't know why that's the first thing my brain goes to, but here we are. So then we're going to grab, oh, actually. Well, that's not encouraging. I just had a silica bead come out of here. So hopefully I don't have those all over the place. I'm going to get all the white tokens. This is a yellow one. I'm going to get all the white tokens and put them in the other side here real quick. But I also need the white player cubes, so I'll just toss that in there. Oh yeah, those are beads. Okay, that's great. The bag looks intact. I don't know where those beads are coming from. So now I'm going to play this game for a second. Bear with me. What's going on in the chat? The forbidden sugar. Well, that's what I'm worried about because I want to keep it away from the feline. I don't want them eating a silica bead. That would be a bad day. So while I'm on this, these used to have like shadows behind the token icon, but it's a little hard to read on some of the color combinations, and so we went with just a, oh, you can't see that. We went with just like a bold outline just for visibility's purpose. It's kind of like an accessibility concern for those that are maybe, I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. Those who are hard of sight, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, so I apologize. Is that all the white ones, friends? Are we playing Where's Waldo now? I think that's all the white ones. Fraz has a different interpretation, and all right, moving along. Then I also need to go ahead and grab my power, energy, and agility cubes. Oh, here we go. And put those in here. And I think I am good. So what's in here? Mini dice, attribute cubes, player cube is the white one. What'd you move? My dice, my tokens, and my standee base. I think I'm equipped. And so this is what you would take out of the box. You'd say, all right, I'm going to play player white. I would just take it out of the box and set it down where I'm going to play and take those things out as I need to, and then I can keep it all situated. That word's not allowed anymore, Fraz. The player cube is, I'll show you. We wrestled with changing the name like after we had submitted files and decided, nah, let's not do that. It's going to cause a headache. We wrestled with just calling this a trigger cube because that's mainly what it's used for, is for your triggers, tracking those on your board, which, by the way, slots in very neatly in this double-layered board, which we also upgraded at our own expense, because originally they were going to be punched through single board. I was like, you know what, it looks so much better when it's a dual layer board, right? And that applies to these as well, the attribute slots. You can see that, see the recess there. Hello, cat. So that is what that's for. Am I bothering you by talking? Okay. So yeah, that's what one of these player trays looks like boxed up. Let's do this. Let's do a little punching. And please feel free to ask any questions. I'm going to be kind of to the side here. I'm going to punch out some of these tiles just as a final check that they're definitely fitting in this recess that's right here. See that I use the tabletop sim snap as an inspiration. Yes. Yes, snap points. They're like real life snap points. It's amazing. Are you just wanting to be on camera? Is that the thing? Huh? Because we can make that happen. Nope. That's it. That's all you get. All right. Let's punch stuff. Okie dokie. So I did punch one tile here. Any questions? Nope. Okay. We'll set the rift aside for right now. I mean, the cuts are super clean on this. I'm not even really trying to punch this, so that's nice. As far as getting up and running, and they're not dirty or anything. I don't have anything on my hands, no loose pieces of cardboard or anything like that. So I know that sometimes you open a game that feels like my next opponent. Yeah. I think if you go just a little bit farther, you'll be on camera. Just a little bit farther. Little bit farther. Yeah. All right. Back to work things. Okay. Punching stuff. But yeah, if you've got any questions while I'm busying myself with this, just put them in there, and I will hopefully see them as long as all the services are working. The YouTube and the Twitch and the Facebook, all that. Don't need the punch boards. Don't need the punch boards. The cat's name is Alphador. And if I didn't tell this to you already, and you can guess where that's from, you get 5 cool points. So none of my friends are allowed to answer if they're in here. They all know. Do I need to put one more? Yeah, I think so. How alpha-adorable. It's true. She may have been called that once or twice in her life. And then I think we're going to need to put two. With the way that the hex recesses work, you have to put a couple from each world, and then I just put the rift on top for that middle one. Okay. Also, for anyone Googling, you're disqualified. You know who you are. Oh, this one's from this way too. Does this need another one? I think this needs one more. Hang on a second. Oh, I'm not good with my hands. Okay. I knew I was disqualified, but I had to know the answer. Wonder how easy it'll be to shuffle the thing, like shuffle the tiles? I figure that the tiles, I don't know, I kind of do a wash. Obviously don't have the table space right now, but I kind of do like a wash with the tiles. But, I mean, if you need to, you can kind of do, I mean, the tiles aren't bad, and then you can kind of like turn some of them, right? Again, I'm not great with my hands, so. And then you could start mixing in more of them and more of them. I would say, though, if you're going to do a tile shuffle stack, or tile stack shuffle, I'd probably do a wash of some kind, honestly. Marco has Googled it, and he's played the sequel. Well, there's a hint for the non-Googlers. It is a game with one sequel. Well, technically, I don't have glasses, but I'm pushing them up right now with my finger up the bridge of my nose. Actually, there was kind of like a sequel and a half to this game that name is from. Some people would say 2 sequels, but debatable. This is going slow because I'm talking and distracting myself with things. It really feels like unpacking this is not going to be a pain like with some games I've bought, which is basically me tooting our horn, but also true. Is that the right amount? Maybe? I didn't count them. Probably close. Let's see. And the rift should slip right on there. Yeah. So that one came off. Seems to be fine though. I mean, these are going to rest under here when you've got the box closed. That one's moving. I'm not sure why. That one's moving more. I might have one extra on this stack. Yeah, I do. But that should be okay. And you notice here there's a groove where you can slip your finger in and kind of get it started, because then you can pull this one and so on and so on and so on. So there's that finger groove there that will start a chain reaction of unpacking the game. Okay, what's next? I think I will punch out all of the leaders, all the 12 leader standees, and get them in these middle bits here. They did, between this last print proof and now, they did shrink, I think, 2 of them. to make sure that they would fit. So let's make sure that that is all good. I'm sure it's fine. As you can see, they all have their own unique shapes, so you can tell as a silhouette who you're dealing with once you've become acquainted with them. So, do you have any other questions or anything like that? Or are we just kind of idling? That's fine if we are. Slash, if I'm just talking to myself, which is also possible. The World Shaper, it's pretty cool. I know light is not great right now. Let's see. Get all these in here. Sorry, I'm making idling sounds now. I hope that's T. Oh, sorry. I'm reading from the side. I hope the one that's T-posing will fit in just fine. Oh, yeah, he was good. And all right, so we're good there. And rest the fate of the world on a D10. So the main thing that's really left is for me to fill these up and pack them in, rebind the leaders, and put this in the boxes back in the main box. So I'll continue doing that if you guys want to stay with me and ask questions or say stuff. Also, not gonna like that I'm going to mix the sides up. You mean like Deva and Lightbearers? Although I did just do that, by the way. So here's all the Genesis circuit tiles that go with the Deva network. So really, oh, but wait, the Deva network cards are over here. Tiles are the hardest to move, probably. So let's. Yeah, I see. There you go. I just messed it up. Not that it like really matters, but if you are that kind of person, it could make a difference. These aren't the easiest to store as a group. Hang on. See if I can drop them in. All right, that wasn't so bad. I got a little nervous there. How about these? Go in. All right. Okay, so then we got this, and then if I switch the cards, we'll be golden. So, okay. And I'll look through these cards after the stream. I'm not going to have you watch me go over colors and stuff. Like I said, on the leaders, it's just slightly less vibrant, so I'm sure it's going to be similar on the cards. I mean, the tiles were also a little bit that way, but I mean, still, the colors still pop compared to just, man, if you looked at some of the old tiles, these are, I swear, these are like night and day. I think someone had mentioned that at the beginning of this stream, where it's just like the tiles look so much better. Or no, maybe that was the other stream. I don't know. They're kind of running together. Aesthetic with spaces in between. All right, so I am sitting on my foot, which is falling asleep. So this is really just healthy behavior all around. Let's get these sorted. And we'll get the box button back up, and then I'll stick around for some more questions. I was just playing Hungry Hungry Hippos with the miniature dice by accident, so that's always good. Okay, there's that. Oh, you know what? I should do like an assembly line thing and do one thing at a time. That sounds smart. Let's see. I did mention it. Get the cat to help you tidy up. Well, being that there were a couple of silica beads about, I'd rather not get her involved. How old are the tiles we're talking? Because I remember playing with tiles that have no background. Even after that, honestly, if you look at our Kickstarter page, those were the tiles that had the black walls. And I don't know. Let's see, they had the black walls. I think they had art, though. Yeah, I think they had art. Why does one of the trays have an indent in one of them? An indent. Help. What do you mean? Why does it got updated maybe twice during the Kickstarter? Yeah, it got updated right before. Well, it got updated between the two Kickstarter campaigns, and then it got we did a huge visual overhaul on the tiles, and honestly on the cards and the leaders too. After the Kickstarter, which was I think it was like the November post, which was just like a couple months. It was, let's see, 2 months after the Kickstarter, we did a big visual overhaul to really improve everything. Right of the game dice, they have indent holes on each of the trays. Right of the game dice. Oh, I think I see what you're talking about. This is this what you're talking about? If so, that's Game Tray's logo. That's their branding that they put in the bottom. Is that what you're talking about? If you're talking about these, it's, oh geez, the light. If you're, oh man, these are so you can get your fingers in and take the dice out. But if you're talking about this, it's the branding for Game Trays. I thought that they had some on, oh yeah, they got some right here. You can't really see it super well, but you can probably see some lettering right here. That says Game Trays spelled out. Yes, gamer branding with a Z. Absolutely. But hey, you know what? They did a good job. And so I'm not, I don't have a problem with having the branding on there, honestly. What other controversies are there that I can clear up? No more dents. We're good with dents. All right, all of those are in. Let's get the mystery of what's going on in the 5th trays. Well, this is the white one that we already filled. It's got everything it needs. You know, if you were so inclined, hang on, I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work because I'm not actually thinking right now. I'm just sort of speaking. What if I put these on all boosts for the white player? And then, oh, there's no yellow. Okay, idea over. You could do it for almost all of them, though. I guess, like, you could do, well, no, there's no green player either. Well, just never mind about this entire idea. See, I told you I was just sort of talking, not thinking. Never mind me. Yeah, on Tabletop Simulator, you can have all kind of colors. Because recoloring something is as easy as just uploading a JPEG or changing a dial. That is a nice luxury. But like this one, for example, I could make this one all blue. This is for someone with way too much time on their hands, probably. So, okay, blue, and then we'll do a red. Why am I continuing to do this knowing that it doesn't actually work? Great question. Let's see. Looking good. Oh, hey, Tim. What up? Situational awareness. That is true. I don't have any right now. Okay. So we got blue, red, white, and then other colors. black cube. Let's get all these wood guys out of here. Hopefully not spilling silica gel all over the place. This one's not spilling anything. I don't know, because the other bag felt intact. So maybe one or two just slipped out. There's little breathing holes in these, aren't there? Maybe I'm making that up. Okay, we're good there. So that bag's done. This bag's done. This bag's done. Plus, you'll have other bags for whatever. Not sure if there's anything in our box that you might want to use them for, but you can just sort of keep them. Let's see. Timmy says, hey, buddy. And Mage. Generous sprinkle. Maybe they just gave me a little extra dash of cat-killing chemicals. Like, here's one right here. While I've got this in my hand, I'm going to go throw it away. Okay. Bonus content bags. I know you're excited about it. Where else but here could you get this quality bag content? Honestly. That's 2 greens. I need one of each. All right. All right. Home stretch, folks. I mean, if you're here, you want to be here. I'm not keeping you here, right? So I'm not going to apologize. So there. Deal with that. Okay, that's 2 away. Also, I don't know if you can tell. Got the Infinities logo on the caps, so that's pretty cool. Cool cat. How long have I been going? I can't even tell. Can someone on Twitch tell me how long I've been streaming this? Because I feel like it's been forever. Or maybe, well, YouTube you'd be able to tell too, I think. Put them in the bow. I've been going for an hour? Oh my god. I should just like take the YouTube video and make a time lapse and mute it. Because, I mean, I don't need to hear myself as a chipmunk. I'd really rather not. At least not today. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Uptime. Minus 10 seconds. Twitch has a timer now. Yeah, I'm not in Twitch. I'm in Restream right now. So I can't see it. Marco sent something, and I've got a new messages icon over him. Come on. Oops. Uh-oh. Sorry. Now I've got Mage saying, oh, nice on stream, and I'm not sure why. This is very professional, so I know that you're all in awe of what you're seeing right now. Oh, 59 minutes, okay. I can finish this in 30 seconds. This is going to be like the double dare version. Got to get all the tokens in the bucket, and then my family can win a Winnebago or something. I don't know. Or I can win a trip to space camp. Oh, man. Don't patronize me, Fraz. So mean. Let me get this thing out of here. Is this okay? This is not. It's not leaking. That's probably the smart thing to do, though. If you're going to test if something's leaking tiny beads, like flick it around like a sugar packet. That's smart. That's why I'm the smart one. Okay. That's that. Where are we at? Just rip it open, test for leaks. Yeah, I mean that would be one way to ensure there's a leak. I agree. So what are we thinking for the order here? I mean, blue probably. Oh yeah, I think this is it, right? This is going to be the Canon. Oh, I got a hair here. My hair's falling out. Neat. This is going to be like the Canon way to pack the game. All right. So you got Genesis circuit, Deva network leaders, Deva network cards. Okay. So you got blue and white, because that's pretty much like Deva colors. And then you've got, for the light bearers, red, and oh, no. Red and yellow, and then black in the middle. That's the Canon way to pack the game right there. Anyone that you come across who does not pack it that way is committing sacrilege, and they should be tried for their crimes against board games. Yep, that's it. That's how it has to be packed. You'll notice that, you know what? I messed one thing up. There we go. Now all the tokens are on the same side. Now we're good. Also, all the reds have to be up, all the blues have to be up, all the boosts have to be up, and then this is just sort of whatever. Maybe, oh, you know what? Since this is supposed to be the rift, now I'm getting really dorky here. You can tell I'm excited I finally have this in my hands. Make these all the will icon, since it kind of, you know, the will icon is kind of rifty. If I could actually pick it up. You know, it's kind of rifty. Also, the rift is a will tile, so I mean, makes sense. So to make that all, I'm getting so many people tuning out of this right now. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Okay, so if this one's all will, I guess you make this one agility, even though it's green. It just feels like the odd man out now. Disqualified for, yeah, it's same colors. Okay, I'll do it. It took a lot of convincing, I know. Well, look. This is the yellow player, right? And then this looks almost like a Y. Okay, I'm done. I'm done trying to justify it. I don't know. This is just me streaming, playing with my toys. That's what this has become. Sad. Let's see. You should also turn one of the Lightbearer's card piles the other way around. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, no. Good call. Day was almost ruined. What else happened? Should have made the tokens green. Green is a mix of yellow and red. So, I mean, that's, yeah, makes sense to me. All right, so where does that leave us? We've got to pack, you know what, let me not go across camera because I don't think that's proper production. I don't think you're supposed to cross the plane of the camera or some weird thing like that. Let's see how hard these leaders are to re-ribbon, since that maybe is something that, also I'm doing this for the first time, so I hope I don't embarrass myself. And I've never put up my hair before, so I'm not sure how to hold this and stretch it. All right, so this would be the vertical. Okay, that was not bad. And then horizontal. What's the best way to do this? Maybe stand them up in it. Oh yeah, that was super easy, actually. Get them all squared up. Drop them in. Oh, hey, more silica. Oh wait, is this the one leaking? No. Okay, well there's just mystery beads, I guess. Fun. Let's see, and this is, that can just go here, and the hooks can go here, probably like that, and I think we're done. So let me just set this stuff off to the side here so we get a nice clean shot. Can I get something to stand this up? Aha! I know. You know what the perfect thing is to stand up this box cover? Pre-production coffee. Seems appropriate. What does that look like on the camera? Oh, you can't even see it. Great. Well, that means my joke didn't land. All right. Won't be the first time, won't be the last. Let's see. Trying not to show my junk I have over there in the corner. Yay, there it is all packed up. So, looks good. Thank you, Marco. The texts are upside down. Okay. Oh, yeah, I fixed that, though. Yeah, I fixed that. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody here. New messages. I want to play this again. Well, from what you're seeing in front of you, it looks like it's a thing. Now, with that being said, they told me on the 9th that they needed 12 days because of those mini dice. So if I'm being realistic and I'm thinking about like business days, what's probably going to happen is they're going to finish it sometime like middle of next week or sooner would be lovely since they told me the 10th. And then it would go, you know, out of port like the 27th or something. And then you're looking at 4 months, 4 weeks at sea roughly, and 2 to 3 I think 4 weeks would be an outlier on ground, I guess, depending on where you are. But, you know, get a chance for the warehouses to receive them and then label them and send them out. But I'm talking quickly. I need to slow down. Since they're going to be in that mailer box, it should just be a matter of check them in, inventory them, slap labels on that are already pre-printed, and send them out the door. That should be what happens when they hit port. So we're getting it coordinated so there should not be a lot of lag time once they get port side on their destination ports and warehouses. Shill the Discord. That's true. I should shill the Discord. I don't think we have... Oh, actually, you know what? You can... There is a shortcut. It's not a Discord GG shortcut, but if you do vitales.com/Discord, it should forward you to it. So that's vitales.com/Discord. And yeah, I mentioned on the stream this weekend that I just needed to honestly upload the actual live leaders for some of them and then redo their snap points. But everything else I believe is fine in the mod. So I just haven't touched it in quite a while. While we've been, you know, dealing with other parts of the game other than just playing it, right? Yeah, so for the estimate, I would say let's call it they get it done sometime next week, put it out the following Monday would be like a really good scenario. And then you call it 6 to 8 weeks from there or so. So like September, I was just talking to Mario about this, and I forgot the dates. Mario was asking because he's um, looking at a job opportunity. He was just in here a little earlier. What was it? It was like the 7th of September, and then like a really long ground freight time, maybe 2 weeks from there, like the 21st. I really don't. Most people should be able to get it in 2 weeks on the ground, I would figure. But if you're in one of those areas where especially if you're, EU, and know that it takes a while for things to get to you from the UK, because we're going to use Games Quest. That's something that fulfillment and freight we're still working out, and recently it was going to be Games Quest most likely, but they decided it's definitely going to be them. Just very recently, because I think the other was Spiral Galaxy, I think is the name of it, that they were thinking about, but they just decided to go with the one that they were comfortable with. Leader tier list for Skirmish. I don't see where that's my job. I mean that mostly jokingly, but I would be very interested in seeing one once people get this in their hands and start competing, to see who they feel is that S tier leader. Oh, you're joking too. Well, then I'll stop talking because I took the bait. All right, so last thing I guess I'll do is button up the box. And if you haven't seen it before, I'll show you the sides of the box. Fraz, I do have a sneaking suspicion that Zale will be near the top of that list. Not because I think that she's particularly overpowered or anything. She's just such a favorite. I am sorry, Josh. You're in the Facebook, and for some reason it's not sending messages to me in the Restream chat. He asked, "This looks so nice. I can't wait to see it in person. Prototype looked great for the preview." Oh my God, that was so long ago. He saw some really gnarly placeholder art. But then he asked, "When do you think full production should start?" Full production should technically have been over on the 10th. They are again, I am passing information. From what I understand, the only thing that they had a problem with was the miniature dice, for which they said they had to redo it, and it was going to take them 12 days. I'm trying not to include all the contempt in my voice, but it's very difficult. So yes, it should be finished very, very, very soon, because they said 12 days on the 9th is when they sent me that message that they needed more time, when it was going to be due the next day. So whatever. I've mostly moved past that. Really efficient. Yeah, so she's really efficient, and the fact that she can be activating units' actions kind of freely, for those not in the know, Zale has a move where, you can use a targeted unit's action, and it doesn't even have to be yours. So you can use your opponent's guys against them. I shouldn't say guys, your opponent's units against them. She just has a cool theme, cool art, cool mechanics, and so I'm sure she'll be a favorite once more people see the game too. But that's not to say, people like playing the Leviathan, for example, just because of the map dominance they can have. There's the people that focus on, I really, really want to do stuff with cards, or I really want to do stuff with the map. Then there's those people that are in between. The good thing is that kind of no matter what part of the game you want to focus on, there's going to be a leader that helps you do that, I would say. So that's a good thing. Let's button this up, and I'll show you the sides of the box, and then we can probably get out of here. I don't want to blather on forever and start saying things that don't even make any sense. Probably too late for that. So, bottom side of the box. I'm trying to see what's on camera. So you can show, or I'm sorry, you can't show this. This is what's inside. So I guess it's not crucially important. But you do have the blue and red side and the Deva Network and light bearer side. I know the lighting's not perfect here. Sorry about that. And then here, this is your vertical. How well can you see this? Not well, sorry. That's not quite all of it, but this is the vertical light bearer side. Whoops. Here's the vertical Deva Network side. And then you have the horizontal light bearer side if you choose to store the game horizontally, which I would say is probably, not because of the art, I think it just stores better horizontally, but you can store it either way. And then here's the Deva horizontal side. I know the lighting's not perfect here. And then, of course, I'm not sure how well it comes up on camera. You can probably see the UV effect on the logo and the lettering. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's kind of coming through. And then, of course, you have, oops, I did not store that correctly. That is not the canon way to store it. You got the back of the box. It's got some diagrams, a basic how to play, and all of that. So that's pretty much all I got for you. Hopefully this doesn't sound like, okay, that did not sound as bad as I thought it was going to be, pivoting the box around upside down and everything. It seemed like it was mostly secure, so that's good. Probably the only part that's going to be in motion would be the leader standees. Yeah. You know it's missing the UV cover. No, it's on there. The sexy black suit. I don't know, and I'm also not sure I want to know what that means. Is that something that I want to know? Swear it came in black. Oh. Yes, I understand what you're saying. Yes, in the first Kickstarter, I think you can still go to that page if you can find it. Yeah, I'm sure you can. There was a GIF of, that was when we had a deluxe copy, and it was going to have some crazy stuff in it. And one of them was a black sleeve with the Infinities logo cut out of it, but not the lettering, so it would just be, you slip it over the multicolor Infinities. Yeah, that is not something that made it to Kickstarter number 2, along with like the metal rift and the like hex grid thing. And yeah, we tried to entice those people that really want the fanciest of the fancy. It didn't seem to land, but hey, you know what? The second Kickstarter worked. You know, we got this thing funded, and as you can see in front of the camera here, we got this thing made. So I am happy with that. Hopefully when this thing gets to you, you'll all also be happy with it. But in the meantime, yes, I will shill one more time, I guess. vitales.com/Discord. If you want to join us on Discord, that's VATALES.com/Discord. Let's see. Yes, getting it fully funded was an achievement, and I don't know if I want to throw around the word miracle, but it was definitely a welcome turn of events after that first one, for sure. All right, everyone. I'll stick around for just another... Oh, hello, cat. That's a different cat. He's a bigger cat. Stick around for just a moment. If anyone's got any questions, other things I should cover. Sorry again for those of you that were in the Facebook that I took a while to answer. It wasn't showing it to me, so I'm sorry about that. Bum bum bum. I see Jennifer came in. It's good to see you, Jennifer. Joe came by. Joe's got a new-ish book out. I think it's called Comet, if I'm remembering correctly. If he's still in the chat, he'll correct me, but I'm pretty sure Joe Costa's got Comet out or coming out. Let's see. Doing this retroactive chat interaction is probably not the correct way to do things, is it? Oh well. Okay. All right, folks. Well, I think that's going to do it. And we've got Oh Nice on the screen again. Can I don't know. Is that showing for everybody? I guess I'll find out when I watch this back. All right. Well, anyway, that's the unboxing and the what would you call that? The storage guide, live storage guide for the game, for Infinities Defiance of Fate. That's crooked on the table, so it doesn't look super professional. But the stream was also, had its own obstacles, but we got there. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to figure out if I can get this thing to not be live now, and I will see you all around the internet. Take care. Thank you very much for the support. Having this come to my doorstep today was definitely something that brought a smile to my face, and that will be an event that hopefully happens soon for you. Take care.